Hello, a very good evening and welcome to A Date with a Dinner Set program 291. Brother, that might explain the first number. It's very good to see you all. Hello, Miles. Fantastic. Good to see you. Hello, Janet. There's a lot of people in the chat room. According to the figure I'm looking at, there are 19 people, but that's good. I hope this finds you well. It's wet. Isn't it wet? This is wet and raining constantly, but there we go. We will hopefully bring a few warm smiles on this sort of cold February day with our program this evening. It is very good to see you. I hope you've had a good week. It was a good evening, Alison. It was a jolly start, wasn't it? Is anyone going to recognise what that was? There's a good reason for that. Oh dear. Someone said something weird. Very, very wet. Yes. Was it you that made the dodgy comment, Miles? Never mind. So, obviously, 15th of February, we're more than halfway through the month already. And, it's quite frightening how the time goes so quickly, isn't it? Our opening music this evening, no one is typing it in. It's quite well known, I think, in a way. It was the iconic theme to the Love Bug. The Love Bug, what I call the HERBIE theme. And, of course, with Valentine's just behind us, I thought we'd have that one. And it's a great, cracking tune. Iconic, really. And that little motif was used throughout the whole franchise of currently 5 films. Apparently, there's talk about making yet another one. It's all very fascinating stuff. And that was the 53. Yes, Herbie's 53. So there we go. No, interesting thing, actually. Famously, the pearl white VW Beetle or Bug. VW didn't want anything to do with it. They were really worried that this breaking down and falling to bits car would reflect badly on their name. And so that's why there's no badging at all in the Herbie franchise. The only slight badging is on the foot pedals in the opening scene. Apparently. So that's fascinating information. Silly Volkswagen people. They should have gone with it because obviously the Love Bug and its subsequent other films, Herbie Rides Again, Herbie Goes Bananas, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, etc., did extremely well, and it could have been a very good advert for VW, much better than some of their other news with diesel cars. I didn't say anything. Good evening, Martin and Jeannie. How very long since I saw you both, but it is wonderful to see you, and you are welcome to A Date with Dinner Set. So yeah, our opening music was the theme from Love Bug, which was from 1968, and I was amazed by who composed it. It's this chap, George Bruns, who one of the Disney House team. Just look at all those films he wrote the soundtrack to. That's amongst other things. Absolutely prolific composer. Because people always think, Jungle Book, that was the Sherman Brothers. Well, they didn't actually do much towards that. Similarly with the Aristocats, they only wrote 2 songs of that. The rest of it was done by this chap, George Bruns, and who also did 101 Dalmatians, blah, blah, blah. So that's who wrote that jolly little theme. So... this evening's programme, it would have been so easy, wouldn't it? But a bit of a cop-out to do all songs about rain. Nothing about rain tonight. Nothing about... Oh, actually, that's not quite true, but it wasn't the intention. Anyway, look, it's quite a mixed programme, quite eclectic, but there is a reason for the 6 pieces I have chosen for you this evening. And they all fit into topical themes, as it were. Excellent. The local Hereford VW 53. Apparently in the original film there were 17 of them, and there's only a couple still remaining, which is perhaps what you would expect for a film originally made in 1968. I'm blabbing too much. Let's have a bit of coffee. and then play some music. If you're with us live and you want to chat away in the chat room, then please do. We'd love to have your comments. Thank you, Jill. I was going to mention that because I was watching it. Well, I wasn't watching it, but I saw it on the news that we had 2 gold medals at lunchtime. So does that, Jill, can you confirm, does that mean we got 3 gold medals? It's quite a rarity for the Winter Games, isn't it? I don't think we've done that before. I mean, if it was the Rain Olympics, I feel sure we'd do excellently, or the Pothole Olympics. Coffee. Do enjoy this evening's show. Yes, the theme tune to The Adventures of Black Beauty, as Hannah says. Its actual official title is Galloping Home. Brother, you got there just in the nick of time, really. It was composed by Denis King. So yeah, The Adventures of Black Beauty, 2 series of that, starting in 1972. Very popular Sunday afternoon programme. And it seemed like a cracking way to start. Obviously, The Adventures of Black Beauty, based on the famous novels by Anna Sewell. And Denis King, Miles, a neighbour of yours and Barbara's up in Walberswick. He's still very much with us. Very, very prolific composer for film and television. He also did Lovejoy, Wurzel Gummidge. He wrote musicals, a couple of musicals actually. He wrote a Wurzel Gummidge musical, goodness help us with that one, but also Wind in the Willows musical. And Miles, you and Barb say he's a lovely person as well, which always helps, because musicians can be a bit funny, can't they? They can be a bit iffy, really. Laws unto themselves. Anyway, it was no accident, really, that we had that one this evening. So we've already talked about it being Valentine's Day yesterday. And as you will know, on Tuesday the 17th, it is the start of the Chinese New Year, the Lunar Year. And, oh yes, Pirates on Parade. Sorry, forgot that one as well. Yes, indeed, Miles, yes. Sorry, good evening, Jeannie and Martin. I've already said that, but I just saw your name again, so I wanted to cover all bases. What was I doing? Pressing a button. Yeah. Year of the Horse. Year of the Horse. In fact, Year of the Fire Horse. I didn't realise there were different sort of elements involved with the Chinese zodiac. So you could have the Year of the Wood Horse or the Year of the Metal Horse. And I'm told by the great Wikipedia in the sky that we won't get another Year of the Fire Horse until 2086. So that's something to look forward to, isn't it, really? There we go. So that was partly why we had Black Beauty this evening as our opening one. I hope you enjoyed that. Having lunch with Mrs. Dennis King only yesterday. Fantastic. But Denis is still with us, isn't he? Miles, can you just confirm that? I think Bob said that he is still with us. I'd like confirmation on that one. I wouldn't worry, Alison. You know, this is the only commentary you need, really. Everyone else is just, it's waffle, piffle and waffle. Did I say good evening, David? Oh, I waved to you, didn't I? Anyway, good evening. It's good to see you. indeed, David. Yes, good evening, Martin. It's wonderful to see you. We have a collection of hogs as to continue our conversation from yesterday, I think. Yes, so that was indeed the theme to White Horses, as Hannah said, and indeed Miles as well. Hello, the piano seeker. How very nice to see you. Welcome to our merry little happening. You are most welcome. So, yeah, continuing the sort of Year of the Horse theme that's going to happen on Tuesday. That was the lovely bit of music for the series White Horses, which first aired in 1965. Now, not many episodes of this. 13 episodes only. It's quite bizarre, isn't it? And originally, because it was a Yugoslavian program, it didn't have that music. But when it came to the UK, that piece of music was specially composed by a chap called Michael Carr, who was very much a film composer in the 1930s and 40s. And the theme to White Horses was one of the last things that he actually composed, and it is quite iconic. And it's become associated with that series, so much so that back in all the other countries that were running White Horses, they actually adopted that as their theme tune, very famously sung, as my brother, I expect, said, by Jackie. Jackie, I'm trying to think of her second name now, and unfortunately it doesn't say it on either of those pictures I've got there. But yeah, lovely voice did Jackie have, Irish lass. And she started life really as a backing singer for Tom Jones and Engelbert Humperdinck. And then White Horses was her breakout single. And then 5 years later, in fact, she did Rupert the Bear theme, amongst other things. So thank you. It's useful. It's very useful to have people to prompt me when I go AWOL. Jackie Lee, yes. And sometimes she spells her name with an IE, and sometimes it's just Jackie with a KY. Still with us. I don't think she's singing, but still very much with us. So there we go. That was our second one from 1965, a theme from White Horses. I'll just remind you, if you'd like to press the thumbs up button. If you'd like to, please make sure you press the thumbs up button. We've still got a rogue thumbs down that appears from time to time. It's very upsetting. I weep about it constantly. Yeah. So a bit more coffee, and then we're going to change tack really. And the next three songs really all a little tribute to St. Valentine yesterday. I hope you all had a nice day. Whatever you were doing, perhaps you were partaking of the many supermarket meal deals that were around, apparently, including a Fortnum & Mason's one for £100, I believe. Or Waitrose at £25, or indeed Marks & Spencer's at £25, or the cheapest one at Asda, which I believe was £12. I know too much about this, don't I? There we go. I'll take the credit for that, Mark, but... I knew you'd all know that one. We haven't had that one for over 2 years, actually. I think 3 years, possibly. I'd have to look that up. But yes, the iconic theme from Love Story from 1970. Ali McGraw and Ryan O'Neill. I've not seen it, Miles. I'll just take your word for it because you are an expert chap on these things. But yeah, it's quite interesting. Quite often, you get wonderful soundtracks or indeed famous themes from films, but the films themselves aren't actually much cop. But a very famous bit of music. It was originally an instrumental. And then it had words added to it, and it became Where Do I Begin? So one of the earliest charting versions was the instrumental by the Henry Mancini Band. And then same year, it was recorded by Andy Williams and did very well in the US. And again, in the same year, over here, it charted, I think, in maybe the 30s in the charts, with Shirley Bassey doing a version of it. That beautiful theme, and indeed the whole soundtrack to that 1970 film, composed by Mr. Francis Lay. And Francis Lay was a very talented musician and composer and producer who wrote an awful lot of French film music. Including another one we often play, A Man and a Woman, on this program. And interesting fact about Francis Lay, and it is in the soundtrack to A Man and a Woman, is the theme we know as the Panorama theme, Aujourd'hui c'est toi. That was composed by Francis Lay. I know, you hear it here. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? What you pick up on A Date with a Dinner Set, program 291. 9 weeks to go until program 300. Exciting. Yes. I've been doing shorts this week. Well, and every day in February and March I've been doing a short. And they're all retro children's TV themes, so do take a look if you'd like to. Little 45-second wonders. We had the Flintstones. We've had the Muppet Show. And we've also had The Adventures of Robinson Crusoe, which indeed we featured on the programme the other week. Blue Peter we had on Thursday, I think it was. And then Mr. Benn, a fantastic programme. Again, only 13 episodes of that. And then the theme to the Mr. Men. Nice, jolly, chirpy theme. And then today's one was the theme to the Herbs. So yeah, there's a different one going up every day. So if you don't know how to find those, if they're not coming into your feed, then just navigate to my channel, navigate to the Shorts tab, and you will find them. They're just great. I'm having such fun working them out and doing piano versions of them and creating little videos. It really, yes, it's good fun to do, and it fits in with my schedule quite well, recording a few of those and uploading one each day. So we're going on with those for the whole of February and March on retro children's TV. Okay, right, on with one of my favourite love song themes of all time. You'll know it and you'll groan, oh, he's playing that again, but there we go. Do you know, Miles, it's really funny, chap, because I know you don't get into the show as often as perhaps you used to. I thought, when I decided to play I Will Wait For You this evening, which we haven't actually had for 19 months, I thought, I bet Miles is here. Because I know it seems like I'm always playing it, but it's one of my favourite songs. We have, in fact, only had it 7 times in 291 programmes. It just so happens that you've been here for all of them, chaps. So there we go. Yes, indeed, as you all very quickly identified, that was the wonderful love theme from the Umbrellas of Cherbourg, Les Parapluies de Cherbourg from 1964, the amazing French art film by Jacques Demy and Michel Legrand. No dialogue at all. It's all sung through. And some beautiful songs in it that have come out of it from the original French. One of those being I Will Wait For You, English words by Norman Gimbel, and it's become a standard in its own right. But perhaps that was one of his finest moments, Michel Legrand. I do it on purpose. You're absolutely right. Absolutely cracking right. Did you answer my question about the Mr. Denis King? Because I'm very anxious to know about that. Anyway, what am I going to do? I'm going to press that button. If you're new to all this and you're not subscribed to the channel, then please consider doing so. We would love to have you as part of the YouTube Gigi, the Piano Man community. I believe we have gained 6 subscribers this week, which is very, very exciting indeed. We won't talk about the 2 we lost, but we gained 6. And my maths isn't that good, so I can't tell you whether it's a net gain or not. I've not been tracking it that much. So one more in our little canon, if you like, of a tribute to Saint Valentine for yesterday. And we had this one almost exactly a year ago for a very good reason. As soon as I start playing it, you'll know exactly what it is, I think. And we will go. 86. That's brave, isn't it? That is brave on the Suffolk coast. Ooh, crikey heck in the North Sea. Good for him. Thanks for that update. Yes, indeed. I knew you'd get that one quickly, as made famous by the wonderful Roberta Flack, who passed away almost exactly a year ago. Beautiful, beautiful song. Her version, in fact, wasn't the first recording of it. The first version of it was in 1971. The name escapes me at the moment, but it didn't chart very well. But her version was 1973 and did extremely well worldwide. Just an absolutely beautiful song. James, I'd love to hear you playing your guitar arrangement of that. There you go. There's a challenge. Put it on a YouTube. That'd be fantastic. Composed by this chap, Charles Fox. There he is with a motley crew and band doing a gig. And fascinatingly, well, I think it's fascinating, the words to Killing Me Softly with his song were written by Norman Gimbel, the same Norman Gimbel that did the translated version of the song from Parapluie de Cherbourg. A very prolific lyricist was Norman Gimbel. So, just before we launch into our final bit of music this evening, so we've paid a sort of merry tribute to Valentine's Day. We've also paid a little bit of a tribute. Yes, Alison, many. By no, oh gosh. It might come to me. Sorry, I've got another sentence in my head. It'll come back. Yeah, and we've done a little bit of a tribute to Year of the Fire Horse starting on Tuesday. But of course, also on Tuesday, it is Shrove Tuesday. Shrove Tuesday. And I'm sure this is knowledge. Not knowledge, rather. I'm sure you all know this, that in fact it's not just Shrove Tuesday. There's a whole 4-day part of the Christian liturgical cycle, if you were, that began yesterday. So Shrove Saturday, Shrove Sunday, Shrove Monday, and the final one, Shrove Tuesday, where it's getting rid of all the fat ingredients, all things before we confess, if you like, and reflect. That is the theory behind it all for Shrove Tuesday. So much happening, isn't it? It's more than exciting to have Shrove Tuesday and indeed Year of the Horse starting on the same day. They did look good. I whipped up a little batch earlier on. I've just knocked over my Costa plush. Hey, good job it wasn't real coffee, eh? Okay, so the last bit of music, a bit of a fun one, a special request by somebody who's actually with us in our chat room this evening, and said he's always loved this bit of music, and he very kindly found it for me quite some time ago, and I said, we'll put that in the program. I was looking for an occasion to do it because it's such a daft bit of music. So when you see what I'm going to show you, sadly not, Alison, in the same way that I've eaten all those 6 supermarket meal deals all by myself. Anyway, so enjoy this last bit of fun music as our little tribute to Pancake Day, Shrove Tuesday. Oh, I should say the piece is called Another Fine Mess. No. you go, a little bit of a fun way to end. Another fine mess composed by Keith Nichols as part of the KPM Music Library. We think composed around about 1970 in a pastiche of 1920s style. Yeah, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed today's programme, fitting in all our little tributes to what's going on topically in our week. You never know. By the next time I see you for programme 292 on February the 22nd, it might have stopped raining. I very much doubt it, but whatever you get up to this week, I do hope you have a fantastic week that is to come. To take very good care of yourselves. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. It's, as always, a great pleasure to prep and play on a date within a set. Thanks so much for listening. All the very best and good night.